Hi, if you like the video, please remember to subscribe. Hi, I'm Rob from robandphoto.com, and in today's little video I thought I'd show you some of the I guess you might even call them newsreader applications for your HTC One MAX you might want to play around with. We've got the BBC News app, the Guardian app, and Feedly, which is a traditional RSS reader. So BBC News app for Android, great free content. I'm not sure if this is available outside the UK. I would have thought it is, but basically it's like an online newspaper really for the BBC, so you can read through the stuff without having to troll through the BBC website. You can look at stories based on things like top stories in the world, UK, sport, technology, entertainment and arts, and you can edit the topics as well, and then you can flick through the particular topics and then read about the ones you want, and sometimes they'll have some video in it as well. And as with all of the BBC stuff, I guess it's fairly impartial. Some people might disagree with that, but it's all definitely quality and from within the app as well. Let's find something interesting. What technology? Let's see if there's anything. LinkedIn, Facebook death, US military, Brilliant Cash, Flappy Bird, EA, Dyson. So we clicked on that, and we really like this story about Dyson and how he's investing in a robot lab. What we could then do is we could then hit the share button, and then we could, this is one of the great things about Android, isn't it? We could then say, well, actually, we want to share this on, where should we share it? Let's share it on Google Plus, and I think we can do more than once as well. Let's share it on Twitter. Hit that, and bong, we're into Twitter. Twitter app fires up, so I can just tweet that out. Let's fire that off. I don't think it's shared on Google Plus. I should have maybe only done one of those. Let's do it to Google Plus next. Let's go down to here, go on Google Plus. That will fire us into the Google Plus app, and we can fire that off. And there we go. So, as you can see, a very interesting and good app, very informative. And the beauty with the HTC One MAX is the fact that we have this superbly bright screen that just makes reading even very small text incredibly easy, because it's just so sharp. Okay, so next up we'll have a look at the Guardian. Okay, so the Guardian is a newspaper. Ooh, okay. Fair enough. It's the Guardian in the UK. Guardian is a newspaper in the UK. A little bit left-leaning, but the app is superb. Again, it's free, available in the Android store. Don't know the availability in the USA, but I imagine that it's free. It'll be pretty good. And what I really like is, although you've got all the headline stories that you can read through, you can also, if you go into settings, you can go into all sections, and you can, a bit like with the BBC News app, but going into a lot more detail, we could go down actually and say, I want to look at articles about film, and we start off with the editor's picks that you can see here, and then we can go in and we can look at lots of them. Now, I think they do have a paid version where you get more content, but for me the free app is more than good enough. And again, you've always got the option again to go in and you could share some of these things. So let's just show you how easy that is. Let's go to technology, shall we? All sections, technology. Let's see if there's anything interesting here that's worth looking at. 40 of the best Android apps and games from January 2014. Read that earlier, seems nice and interesting. Let's hit the share button. We'll share this one to, how about we just share it to Google Plus. Fires up the Google Plus app. Hit the share button. Bong, it's gone. Really good, loads of great content. And again, it's amazing that this is totally free. Really enjoy reading the Guardian. Always good stuff on there. Might not always agree with the political views, but hey, that's what life's all about. Now, the final sort of newsreader thing I want to show you is Feedly, which is an RSS reader. So Feedly, as I say, is an RSS reader, which means that it's it's like the old Google Reader, which for some crazy reason Google sort of put to sleep, didn't they, a few months ago. So what is an RSS reader? Well, if you go to any website, when they publish a new post, there's a thing called RSS, which is really simple syndication, I think it stands for, which is like a feed. So it's like headlines, if you like, that another program can look at. And so the reader, the RSS reader, can keep an eye on that website, and if there's some new content, it can tell you about it. And that's really good, because it means that you don't have to go to your favourite websites all the time to see if they've been updated. You can just look in your reader, and your reader, in the case of Feedly, will show you, and then you can look through what's come out, and then you can go in and read it. Very, very powerful. Not as popular as it should be, really, because on the face of it, it seems a little bit complicated, but it's not. Most blogs and websites will have an RSS little link that you click on, and Feedly is probably one of the main ways that I consume information about photography and sort of the things I like, because I have the feeds to them. I always used to use Google Reader, but again, Google binned it. Thank you very much, Google, but Feedly is very good. And basically, if you've had Google Reader, you could have imported all your feeds to it, or you can add feeds to it. You can look at things in various modes. So this is like titles, so we can just look at things. If we see something we like, we can click into it. And then as long as the RSS feed includes it, you can normally see most of the posts. This is the way lots of people look at things. Or you'll also see an option to visit the website as well, which you can click on. Let's just go there. So it says visit the website, and we can go there. Now this is where Feedly kind of opens up its own little browser, and then you go into the website, normally a mobile version. But I'll show you a different way, and then what you can then from within that, you can then share the particular thing. So you could go on and you could say, actually, I want to, in fact, not that one. Let's choose something else, and we'll share it again. So let's go back a little bit further. So that's just like headlines views. We could look at it as the list view, which is where we've got these things down the left hand side, the little pictures, and then we can flick through. It always starts off with the latest one at the top. Or we can do magazine view, where you tend to find that there's one picture that is big, then it goes into the list view, and then it will pop up with a magazine view again, like that. Very, very powerful. And then finally, I think this one is cards. So all we do is for every single one, we have the main picture. I can go through and click stuff. So this looks like an interesting article. So let's click on it. Let's go into it. Now we think, oh yeah, that's really good. And what I want to do now is I want to share that with everybody who I know in social media. So let's tweet that out. So let's hit the tweet button at the top. Actually, no, I tell you what, no, I did that slightly wrong. I tell you what I do. This is how I share stuff. Because I'm a bit reticent about using Feedly's own little browser to watch things, because it tends to add a Feedly link onto it as well, say shared by Feedly. So what I do instead is, if I want to share something, and I share quite a lot, I share a couple of posts a day, click on the settings, click on this little icon here, which is the link thing. That copies it to the clipboard. Then I go into the internet program, and I just select there, I paste the address in. That will then fire us over to the full website, which is very, very useful. And while we're here, that's an RSS button there, that orange thing. If you click that, that will then add that to the RSS feed reader that's installed on your phone or on your computer. But when I'm here, what I now do is I click on the settings button, click on share, and this is how I then go, right, bang, and I share this in Google+, and I fire that off. So that's gone to everybody who follows me on Google+. Share, and I'll fire this off to everybody who follows me on Twitter. But the one extra thing that I do is, I've got the link up here that I want, but then there's all this bit after it which relates to the fact that we came to it through Feedly, sorry. So I just delete that, get that out of the way, and then hit the tweet button, and boom, and that's gone. And again, I mean, I know I keep going on about it, but you can see just how beautiful the screen is on the HTC One MAX, how smooth and how great it is for looking at images for the consumption of information. So let's go back to Feedly, and we can carry on looking through the wonderful stories in our RSS feed. Let's just go back to magazine view. This is the view I like the best, and we can go through and let's have a look. Let's see what the online photographers have been going on at. And again, you can see nice and easy to read, nice and bright screen, incredibly crisp. And whenever I've got, you know, a lunch break and I'm not outside taking photographs, or I've got 10 minutes at home, you can bet I've fired up Feedly and I'll be looking through, reading all about photography or any other subjects I've added to my RSS feeds. Now, while we're here, actually, we should really go and have a look at Blink Feed, shouldn't we? Now, Blink Feed is this is it here, which is kind of the RSS stroke content system that's built into HTC's Sense software. Very, very powerful, very, very good. Works in a similar way in the fact that you can have feeds that come into it, and then you can go in and you can read all about them. And I'll let you play with it yourself. But basically, what you do is you can go into the settings, and you can choose what topics you would like Blink Feed to show you. Entertainment, lifestyle, music, etc. You could have highlights, or for example, I could say, well, actually, just show me posts from the F-Stoppers website, and then I can flick through there, and I can look at things that specifically come from F-Stoppers, because I know they'll be just what, you know, kind of styled into the sort of thing that I like to read and watch. Very, very powerful, very, very slick, and it's right there next to the home page on your phone. Now, actually, normally when you get your HTC One MAX, this will be the home page, and you can just change the settings. If you go into this screen here, you can probably see that there's a little blue box around that center one. If I click on that one and then click on Set as Home, that will now be, when I go unlock the phone or hit the home button, that will then go to Blink Feed. But I don't really want to do that, so let's come out of there, let's go back to there, and yeah, very, very nice indeed. So Blink Feed as well, superb. Okay, so hopefully that's interesting. You've seen the BBC News app, the Guardian app, Feedly, and a little bit about HTC's Blink Feed. My name's Rob from robnunphoto.com. Thanks for watching.